Hi, I'm Bellerjeau, and I have a question for you. What does selling through channels and theme parks have in common? A lot more than you'd think. Both use the same strategy, understanding who the real customers are. Selling through channels is a lot like the strategy used by a certain theme park in Orlando. This park creates the illusion of magic both in the park and in their profits by using one magic word to describe their customers: experience. Theme parks are all about the experience customers have. If they have a good experience, they may come back. If they have a great experience, they will probably come back. But if they have a fantastic experience, not only will they come back, but they'll tell others about the fantastic experience and tell them to go. So, the more you put into the experience, the bigger the splash you'll make in the industry. The people who run the park have to have a clear vision of exactly who their customer is. This is where most parks get it wrong. Remember the theme park in Orlando? It attracts millions of people from around the world each year. This is done by managing the customers, both the ones enjoying the park and the ones paying the bills. The key is to know the difference and to keep a balance between the two and give them both what they want: a fantastic experience. What do I mean? Let me explain. Take this little girl, for example. She's got the works. A lollipop the size of her head. $8. She'll never finish it. A doll of her favorite princess. $30. A wristband that gives her and her parents access to the parks. $45 each. A total makeover, including crown, hair, and dress, so that she can look like her favorite princess. $140. So far, that's $308. Oh, but don't forget food. They got a meal plan that gets them anywhere in the park. $250 each. Not including snacks, ice cream, candy, and lattes for mom and dad. They're also staying in one of the nicest hotels on the park property. $500 a night. They stayed for 4 days. And the parents also bought a few souvenirs. Getting there could have been a real bank buster, but they were able to use Dad's Sky Miles. This all adds up to $3,393. Keep in mind, this doesn't include car rentals, taxes, or spending outside the park. If you add all this up, it will add up to upwards of $4,000. Now, multiply all that by the millions that come each year. And that's in a down economy. Oh, and don't forget about the other 11 of these parks spread across the globe, sending this company's yearly income into the upper millions. Needless to say, knowing your customer works. In 1994, Rick and his family were one of those millions of families attending that theme park in Orlando, enjoying the experience. They were staying at one of the fancy hotels there. During one night, it started to get cold. A knock came at the door, and as Rick opened it, there stood an employee with a big smile. She said, "It's getting a little chilly tonight, and I thought the baby would need a blanket." She had a pretty pink blanket with his daughter's favorite character on it. It was little details like this that made Rick's experience that much better. Now you may be saying, "Amber, you haven't answered the question yet. Who is the customer at the theme park?" Let's look at the goals of the child. The rides, the characters, the music, the fireworks, the sunshine, being with mom and dad, experiencing things she's never dreamed of, like a fish bigger than she is. Her list is all about emotion, how she feels, but she's missing one very important thing: money. While she influences the spend, she doesn't pay for anything. The parents are the real customers because they ultimately decide what they spend their money on and if they come back. So if they're the customers, what are their goals? The parents' goals are first to see the little girl happy and having fun. They want to see the park through her eyes. They want an experience they can't get anywhere else. Of course they want a clean park and friendly staff that can help them with any needs they may have. Also, good weather, or something to do if it rains. Both of these lists of goals are very different. The key is to balance them. The result? Because of the joy it brought the little girl, the park, the characters, the pink blanket, and the great service given to the parents, this was by no means the last visit Rick's family made to the park. He and his family went nearly a dozen times, spending nearly $30,000 through the years, all to have the fantastic experience over and over again. Yeah, that's great. But exactly what does this have to do with momentum management? Well, what are customers looking for when they come to Momentum to manage their booth? An experience like no other. Also, who is the ultimate customer? The exhibitors or the exhibit house? Well, keep in mind that, like the parents of the little girl, the exhibit house is ultimately responsible for the exhibitor. And like the parents, they are the ones with the money. Just like no parent in their right mind would bring their child somewhere where they could have a potentially bad experience, an exhibit house won't bring their valuable customers somewhere where they won't get the very best. Momentum's goal, then, much like that of the park in Orlando, is to be the very best. And that takes more than just making the exhibitor happy. It means handling all the details, big or small, surrounding the show. If we aspire to meet the challenge, our customers will have a fantastic experience. They'll leave happy and ready to come back next time, just like the customers at the theme park.